What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my Madden 23 Atlanta Falcons Franchise Rebuild, and welcome to Draft Day. Now, as I said in the free agency video that I essentially am doing this right after that, which I am. But before I started recording this one, I have officially decided who I am going to take. Now, before we start the draft, I'm not going to tell you who it is. You might have an idea, but remember, I have changed my opinion more than once this year about which quarterback. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, it is either between Cole Harold or Andrew Garfield. Now, I'm going to tell you a few things about my thought process with pro and cons of each player. We'll start with Cole Harold. For one, he's 100% talented, rated, and he is officially classified as a first-round talent. So, unless the game's screwing with us, then we know that we're not reaching. We're drafting a talented guy. That's confirmed. And also, if you hear me open the door, I'm sorry. There's a bug in my room, and I'm going to let it fly out. Harold, so some of the goods, some of the things that worry me, his skills, his injury at being C, that's kind of concerning. And this isn't a concern, it's just more pro. Garfield is his deep accuracies B, which is still pretty good, especially as a rookie, but Garfield's is A. Another pro, Harold is a bit more athletic than Garfield. So there's two things. So that could be a potential to tell us about. That's potential for the game to tell us about these players' potential. Now going over to Garfield, I just talked about the deep accuracies A. He's not as athletic, but he still is athletic. Things that concern me is carrying his D. That also means he's more prone to fumbling in the backfield. His accuracy is really good. There's not a lot to worry about. But I think Harold's a bit more athletic. But with that being said, like I just said a few times now, I'm sorry about that, Garfield is still athletic. So how much of a difference is it really? Is it enough for where potentially Garfield has star, but Harold has superstar? I don't think it's that big of a difference. It seems like his accuracy is better. He's less injury prone, and that is huge. And yeah, with him being athletic and even if not as much, but having better accuracy, that could potentially make him the better guy. So it's going to be one of these guys. Who is it going to be? They both have really great pros, few cons, but we're focusing on the pros. Let's see if any of the news has anything to say. No top stories, any draft things. No, not really. Let's see if maybe there's a few. Oh, Cole Harold won the Heisman Trophy. Good for him. That's all the way at the bottom. I know I'm highlighting Sullivan. I think Sullivan was the guy that was mocked us. Apparently he's injured. See, yeah, not much draft-wise. But so we're going to start the draft. So who are we going to take? We are not going to trade away our pick. So we are going to pick our guy. And who are we going to take? We are going to take Cole Harold, the Heisman winning trophy quarterback out of Ohio State. He has hidden development, so that is great. We just got a stud finder apparently, so good for us. It's just because of hidden development, but that is who we take. Height 6'5", only 21 years old. A lot of great skills. And we are excited about Cole Harold. excited to see what his hidden trait is. But yeah, as I said, athleticism did play a part. The Bears' second overall took the right tackle, who kept being mocked to us, and we're going to keep on the Cole Harrell discussion. No, we talked about athleticism and how that could translate to potential and that development. So I'm glad that we took him. I still think Garfield is going to have a hidden development too. And we're going to take a look at that. I'm curious to see where he's going to go. So in the meantime, let's see if there's any draft stories about it. Nope, no. Let's see if there's any reactions. No, I don't know if this was before or after we make the pick. It may have been before. But somebody in the media is finally right about who should be going first overall. Now, okay, there goes Garfield. It makes sense that he would go to the Seahawks, considering in most of the mocks when Harold was considered to be the first was the first quarterback taken, but not at 1. He went 6 at Seattle, but Seattle seems to agree that Garfield is a legit quarterback. If they didn't think so, then they would have not obviously taken him. So, and we're just not going to wait for every pick. I'm going to do it at one at a time. But let's take a look at some of the other guys. Let's kind of highlight players as we go on. It looks like he's taking a bit of a tumble. Let's find out why. Let's take a look at his skills. Oh, I see why. Yeah, not exactly the best prospect. In the future, I'll probably do a bit of a better job about scouting ahead. See, we're obviously take a look at Sullivan. I doubt they're probably going to be taken as we scout. A lot of B to D's, and that makes me uncomfortable. B pursuit, B tackle, A block shot. Okay. I mean, close enough to keep eyes on him. Let's take a few look at the guys we had come for the private workout. Jimmy Cutler was one. Let's see how he's... Not a lot of great, very inconsistent, like A pass block finesse, B pass block power. Not very good in the run. So he'd probably be a bit of the reach, but he could also long term be a good answer. And Carl Short was taken. And before we go ahead, because we can just pause the draft, let's take a look at the linebacker we brought in. Let's see where he lines up. Yeah, not very impressive. So now we know we don't want him, and that's kind of what I said in the last video, talking about when you bring somebody in, you have to at least be confident you may be interested. We were somewhat interested, and now we know taking him would be a bad idea. So like I said, we're not going to go just like sim to our next pick. We're going to go one by one. And I almost just clicked next user pick. And I'm also going to pause it real quick and just save. And it's not like we got our quarterback, so let's save it now. And if it did crash, it's not like any too damaging would be done, because we have the first overall pick. And even then, I'm sure every team would have the same pick as long as I made the same one. But we're already at pick 15 or 16. 16, sorry, guys. It's a bit small on my TV. The Colts take Carson Summers, as expected, the third quarterback. So that is 3 quarterbacks in the first round so far, doing much better than next year. Now let's see the next pick. Faulkner. Who are the Steelers going to take? They're taking Rakeem Williams, defensive end. Now let's just see kind of who's on top of the board now. Take a look at him because he was rated pretty high. And the sea catching. Yeah. He's not going to get drafted soon. At least I would assume. As the Panthers take a rushing linebacker, which I assume because they run a 3-4. Offensive lineman goes to the Titans, as it does to the Bills. The Patriots, they go Brian Green, cornerback from Connecticut. I feel like that's a bad pick just because it's the Patriots. Now the Dolphins go wide receiver. Was that the... Sorry guys, I have a horrible memory and I'm tired. Nope, it was not the receiver Stephen Bryan who I was thinking of. I'm going to remember that name. Let's skip pick. Another cornerback goes Brian Hannon to the Commanders. Buccaneers. That's the defensive lineman who we were very wary of. He ends up going out at pick 25. So, yeah, he surely took a tumble. And there that wide receiver went to the Chargers. That's somebody else who we're going to have to keep an eye on. Now, I'm going to start writing these names down so I don't forget. So far, the only 2 guys we've really wanted to look at after were Stephen Bryan. For Chargers, Garfield went to the Saints. And Sullivan, I believe, to the Commanders. I hope I'm right on that. The Cowboys go running back. A lot of corners going in the first round. And I'm going to now close the door as the bug has left. So sorry if you hear that in the background. Also feels like the CPU picks are going by a little faster this year. It's going about like 15, 30 seconds. Brian Coles. Bengals in the same spot as last year. Let's see what they do. Vernon Hart. I think that was our linebacker we were thinking of. No, it's not. Devin Wooden. Sorry, guys. My memory lately is horrible. Eagles take right guard. Now we are going to pause it. And we are just going to go through some of our favorite prospects to draft here. So first we're going to start with the top guys to see where there are any. I can already tell you this guy we're not going to let you. Nope. Now it seems like everybody else is going about where they are now. Javier Ruiz. Interesting one. So he's essentially a 3-4 defensive tackle. So his few the nose shows a good discipline and won't get flagged much. Often looks to rip the ball from runners. Has a motor, so strong worker. Will utilize power and leverage. Has a swift arm move. Loves to utilize spin. Physical player. So let's see. B awareness, A block shedding, D finesse move, hit power, B to D. A lot of unknowns, but one we do need defensive tackle. Obviously, his agility and speed is going to be poor, so that's fine. Great acceleration, that's impressive. And strength is great, so he is definitely somebody we're at least keeping in the back of our head. Not looking for free safety. We're going to look at guys who are also over 50% scouted. Why? Seems like there's always so many horrible receivers. This person we're well known of. But we're going to take another look. Good motor, good discipline, not getting flagged much. And yeah, he's a very good pass blocker, not as good as a run blocker, but that is okay. I feel like we can still work at that, and it'll still be in the 70s, and our average offensive linemen starting last year were not even that good, so I feel like we can work with that. Now, DeMarcus Holiday, not good, CCB. Yeah, actually, I may have acted a bit premature there. Block shedding, finesse move, hit power, all not that good. Impact blocking and injury, we don't know. Fine play recognition, fine power. Yeah, no. That 1B isn't going to save him. Quentin Brown. Let's see. A, lead block. B, pass block. Bad pass, but too many C's there for me. Corner. This would be more of long term, but B, zone coverage. C, man coverage. I'd like that to be higher. Wood, obviously, the linebacker who I don't think, I know I said I'm very iffy on. He has some good traits, but just not enough for me. We don't need a tight end, but we can just take a quick peek. Too many unknowns for that anyways, but yeah, we're chilling with Kyle Pitts. Center, and then after the receiver, after A, awareness, A, impact block. Too many B to D areas. Those are usually inconsistent. Then receiver, D catch. Yep, no. And we're also going to just take a look at some of the trade offers. I don't think we're going to make any. Second round, fourth. 17 picks back. 5 picks back for a fourth now. A third, but like 28 picks. 6 picks back in a fourth, not bad. Going back the whole round for a third and a 6, no way. Next year, second. Nope, I want it to be this year. 14. Now, ooh. A first round next year. Huh. I think Packers are going to be good. This year, go down 3 picks for a 5th. Another first round next year. That's tempting, but 49ers another team that's probably going to... They're 13 too much down. I think I want to take the left tackle. It's either him or Ruiz. Let's take a look at the athletic ability. Oh, he's good exactly where we went. A lot of B to Ds, but a lot of block shedding A is really good. Play recognition A, power move B. Let's just take... we're taking our time here. We still haven't taken 10 minutes. Yeah, let's just take a look at where we're at. Obviously, we have our left tackle of the future. Our right tackle situation, we have McGarry. Our guard situation is actually better than... Yeah, actually, maybe. It would probably be left guard where we would want to put him, but also his run blocking isn't very good. So, actually, let's see how long Matthews has on his contract. Whoops. tackle. Oh, wrong one. We're going to have to... do I need to do adjust lineup? Do I even have that option? Oh, I do. If he has 1 year left, that may be the decision maker. Yep, let's see your contract, bud. Oh, yeah, he still has 4 years remaining now. All right, so yeah, I think we're going to go Sullivan. This pick is either going to be really good or really bad. We're going to find out. So we'll resume the draft. And yep, like I said, as long as we're not going 10 minutes over, I have no problem pausing the draft. All right, let's see if we made a right decision here. I think we may have hidden development. I think that's all it's going to tell us, but 87 strength and 86 acceleration. Hidden development, I am happy with that pick. I am very happy with that pick. Linebacker we wanted. All right, sorry, we didn't want. And we have a pick coming up right here. Now, this is where I consider trading down. I'm going to make sure we got the best we thought for round 2. Now I am open to trading down. And plus, trading down, getting us more draft picks could help us get more value for like trading Ritter if we want to manage to get a first round pick. Now, we just took a lot of looks at prospects, so we're not going to immediately take a look at them again. Cutler is high. We're not going to take another interior defensive lineman. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. He had zone coverage B, I didn't like the C. Man, we really don't need a rushing outside linebacker. See, too many unknowns. See, we're kind of like going some way down the board, but I'm all about best player available. Now, if left guard's what we need, and I don't like that C run block. Let's see where he is athletically. Good. Huh? Maybe, actually. It would be another bit of a risky pick, but he's strong, so impact blocking could be higher than lower. Pass block was probably going to be in the C range. He is tempting. Let's see who he is. Oh, poor strength. Yeah, run block F. Yeah, no. That is an immediate turn off. We do need strong safeties. Did I look over any up here? I don't think I did. No. We do need a strong safety badly. Oh, round 2 to 3. Yikes. And like we said, we're concerned with talent, not projection. Obviously, if they're low enough and we feel like we could trade down, there's not a lot of guys here I'm feeling absolutely thrilled about. So now I would be more okay trading down. Elite strength. Just too many zone abilities. Let's take a look at what trade offers we're getting. We're just going to review all the offers. Next year's second. Seahawks are like what? 2 picks later? Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's do that. Get an extra 4th round pick. It's for next year, but I do not mind that. I will absolutely take that trade all day. Let's see who the Seahawks traded up for. And let's weight this one in style. Just as we discuss the board a little more, we'll probably take out a few more trade offers. They took a defensive tackle, so not a guy we were even going to draft. So I think it's going to be either the left tackle or the left guard. And, we'll take a few more looks at trade offers. If we can do another trade where we can get an additional fourth, even if it's for next year, that would be nice. See, we weren't going to take any of those guys, and we got a additional fourth round pick for next year. And what I really like about that is I could, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, I could factor that in for a trade with Desmond Ridder if I have a few extra fourth round picks that I essentially got for free maneuvering around the draft. Like, I obviously just don't want to trade them away, but if it does come to trading Ridder, if the fourth round pick makes it a difference of receiving a first or a second, then I think that's worth it. It kind of gives us some extra, trying to think of the right word, luxury of if even that's a bit much to add, where they're getting a bit more value, even though fourth round picks are hard to hit on in this game. But yeah, if it ensures we're getting a first round pick, then that is pretty tremendous. And excuse me again for a second, I'm about to take a drink. Sorry, I'm recording for a while, get a little thirsty. So again, let's look at some of the trade offers, see if that was for this year's second. I would trade that immediately. See if there's any in the 30s. Seahawks want to next year's second, so no. Again, a first round pick, that is tempting. So that's like 5 picks later. That is 4 picks later, so that's tempting. Honestly, might do the Dolphins, get another second round pick. Dolphins, obviously that first round was tempting. Where was the other one? 7. Was it just the Dolphins I was into? Oh, no, the Eagles as well. Yeah, obviously I like the Lions a bit more, as both their picks are a bit higher in their respective rounds. But it's the Dolphins who have the... So I think it would be the Dolphins. Yep, I'm going to take the Dolphins. Now, if we want to trade up for somebody we really like, now we have that luxury. But we are not going to do that. I actually don't know what just happened. All right, we're going to... I think the game just glitched out a little. What the hell just happened? When's it say my next? Something's... Okay, there we go. About to say, did I lose my pick? No, the game's just glitching a little. Okay. So I'm going to save before anything else happens. Alright, so yeah, we have a few extra fourth round picks, so This time I would like the selection. So, between Brown, was the left tackle taken? It kind of flew by there. Yeah, it looks like he was. So it's between Brown. I don't think we were too high on Hutchinson. Yeah, no, we were not. So it's between Brown and Love. Like I said, with Love, unknowns, I don't like that C block finesse, but also he has good strength, good pass block power, good lead block, great strength. And now with Brown, and we'll take another look at the center. Good strength. He has poor jumping. Who cares? Good speed, great change of direction, great acceleration, great agility. Good lead block, but pass block finesse C to F, and everything else means C. So I think we're going to take Love. That is official, so we're not going to trade away our pick. I think we've done that enough times, at least for this round. Welcome to the team, Love. And we didn't take a look at the center, but if I'm remembering right, he wasn't very good. And another player of hidden development. I think the athletic, just the simple poor great and their pro days is a great determination of that. So, yeah, let's go. That is 3 straight players with a hidden development that we have drafted. Yeah, so far, even though we don't know their overalls, I think we're doing really good. And we're just going to have to see how the rest of this plays out. Like I said, we're just not going to... And there goes Brown. We're just not going to sim all the way to our next pick. We're going to... I wonder where 2 people who I'm interested go is him, even though weren't overly fond of him. Like that A impact block is good and block finesse, but so many unknowns. If it's closer to B, then he would be a really good pick probably. So I am curious to see where he is going to go. Still nothing yet. Heck, if he falls to the 3rd round, which is a major, not assumption because I'm not assuming that. I guess a major hopeful scenario. He is, I would consider taking him there, but we're not even halfway done with the 2nd round pick. One of the probably bust wide receivers is taken. You're going to excuse me again. I'm very thirsty. I'm getting another drink. Let's see what the Colts do here. They also go wide receiver. I think those guys were the top 2 on the board. It was now center Espanasa. I don't know how to say his name. That's the real reason why I didn't take him. It was his name. And if he is there when we're up, we're just not going to blindly take him. We're going to see who else is on there. And speaking of, the asshole Steelers took him. So that's somebody else who we're going to take a look at after their draft is over. And also, I would love to learn how to pronounce his name. That would be pretty cool. So now that he's gone, we're going to kind of get quicker, see if anything catches our eye, which probably won't. Hutchinson, the right tackle, is the last of the offensive linemen we were looking at, really. But yeah, we've really hit on positions. Obviously, we signed defensive lineman in free agency, but that on a 1-year contract, so that'll let defensive lineman we drafted today develop, not forcing him into a role. Now some corners are going off the board. A strong safety. We've a lot of secondary players lately. Now we go to tight end, wide receiver. Now we're seeing some more diversity of being picked. Who are the Bengals going to take? Johnny Gore from Notre Dame. Saints are taking. Is that Wilcox? Tackle. Now we're going to pause. Again, we're going to save just because you never know. Before we look at some of the trade options, we're going to see how many players we feel confident in taking here. Now, this linebacker got better as the season went off. Block shedding C to F, though, is not a good start. Let's see, poor jumping, marginal change direction, which isn't great for a linebacker. Solid agility, good acceleration. Not very athletic, and that is not what you want to see from a linebacker. Yeah, zone coverage D, tackle D, recognition C. Yeah, he's... If you want to see all of his stats there, you can go back and press pause, but a lot of negativeness there. Now we have him 85% scout at D. C, catching traffic, D, catching D, deep route, D, release. Do we even need to see all his other skills? I'm interested to see hit power C to F. Not the most important, but that's not a great start. Finesse moves A to C. Man coverage B to D, play recognition D to D. So with like zone coverage being a C and everything else, with such a... It would suggest that from the B to D would be closer to a D than a B. Obviously, we need defensive lineman. This corner has also went up. D, man coverage. C, press. Zone B. Nah. Sometimes it just simply tells you if you should draft somebody or not. Hit power A to C. Man coverage C to F. Tackling D. Yeah, no. This may be a trade down scenario. He went up a spot. A catching. D, man. D, yikes. Nope. If you're both man and zone is D, then we are not off to a good start. I am starting to feel a trade down here. Catching B to D, man. If you have D zone coverage, how are you getting projected early third round? We're really not looking at tight ends. Hit power B to D, man coverage B to D, zone coverage C, tackle D. Yeah, no. Looks athletic, but other than that, yeah, I think this is a spot where we're looking to trade down. So we could go down for a 6 next year. A second next year, this would be a bit of a risky trade as we don't know how good the Browns are going to be next year. So that could be a significant steal where we get an early second round pick that could be in that window of basically a late first round pick, or we could get stuck where we are. It could be pick 30 and it's just 3 picks earlier and it's essentially the same pick. So it depends if we want to take that risk. The Ravens, the same boat. Rams, this second next year and a fourth next year. That honestly may be the move. Rams were not... Okay, it looks like it's the Saints' second round pick who just won the Super Bowl. But we're also in the same division. So, and the fourth round. So far, I like the Rams one. And I'm also assuming that's the Saints' second round that they have right now. Raiders, 6. Nothing's beating a second and a fourth. And we could take a risk with teams who finish med this year. Yeah, I think I like the Rams one the best. We're going to... Or wait. Actually, wait. Just to ensure. There's second and fourths I like. Second, 6. Alright, so it's either 49ers or the Rams. And it's thinking who's going to do worse between the Saints and the 49ers, not the Rams. I think I'm going to do the 49ers. Obviously, that could go wrong, but we do not have the pick. There we go. I don't know why it's being so glitchy about that. And also, as we get into the later rounds, we will start simming to our pick. Honestly, probably after this round we will. And I'm going to go by this faster because not a lot of prospects are currently catching my attention. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's start simming to our next pick. And isn't it ironic? Our division rival finished the best and we finished the worst. All right, so before we look at trades, we're going to look at some of the prospects, and they're going to get projectively worse. Let's see, before, see the defensive tackle projected around 3, just D's and C's with a potential F still. So before we even give the player time, like for example, this linebacker, it says 3 to 4, which we are in the 4th. I'm already liking a lot of potential risk, but some things I like. I'm yawning. B recognition, F power move, but A tackle, B zone coverage. So this would be a risk. But it looks like he would be a middle linebacker, not a 3-4 guy. Yeah, so. Or it looks like he could play both, which either way is fine with me. The fact he has B zone tells me he's 4-3. So yeah, I'm going to take the risk here. Damon Hurst. Normal, that's to be expected. Archetype run star. Okay, yeah. So he's definitely a middle linebacker. So we'll change that, his position. But yeah, another pick I am pretty satisfied with. Next, we have a 4th round pick. So like I said, we're just going to sim to that. See if there's any prospects that catches our attention. He's still falling. I'm pretty sure he sucks. Yep. Yeah, why didn't I look at the far right? Yeah, bad. Yeah, at this point, we're probably going to need to actually go down like 10 to 15 spots because a lot of these guys, they're falling because they're bust. This guy has a finesse move, but everything else sucks. Oh my goodness, some of these guys are terrible. Dalton Powell, interesting here. Let's take a look. B2D awareness, block shedding, seek. Finesse move A, but he's a free safety. Decent hit power. But I'm fine with C man coverage as a free safety, but everything else is just so C to F. So yeah, no, that's a problem. He has a scheme fit, but there's too many red flags there. So D zone, that's a very Or man, sorry. Zone seed. Yeah, nope. That's an immediate turn off. See, now we're at the point where everything's just day 3 and doesn't give us much. We're not even really looking too much at position, just who's the best player. Man coverage B, play recognition D. This is a pick that would probably not go in our favor, but at this point could potentially work all right. An offensive lineman who we need depth, so I'm more than okay. A injury, A stamina. Ooh, F rump. Yep. That F and D tell me that all the others are probably going to be lower than higher. Yeah. I am very curious about Vince Burton. Beat it. Too many. Just not enough specifics. And the specifics tell me to stay away. We're going to take a risk on that safety. Probably won't end up too well, but not a lot of other guys, and I only want to trade back so many times. He's athletic. Yeah, I mean, normal development, but at this point, this does not seem to be a very strong draft. Now, we don't have another pick until the 7th round. So this will be our final pick. So with this being our final pick, I would actually like it to be a pick unless if we trade down for it. We're just going to look. And yeah, I'm just not going to straight up accept a later 7th or next year's 7th. So if we were to do it, it would be the Rams pick, which also may or may not be the Saints pick originally. And for this, we want just non-terrible skills but also high athleticism. Like, for example, probably not, we're basically looking, guys, this is what I'm looking for, athletic guys. And I feel like we're not going to find a defensive line. We're going to find it a receiver or secondary. See, I'm looking for great or at least. I mean, I should probably look at a few more of these guys, but compared to other stuff I've seen, I'm going to remember Roman Russell. Right, terrible skills, but let's see if you're athletic. Oh no, poor speed and that. Yeah, no. Terrible skills, not very athletic. B pass, but I mean, ooh, F. I mean, at this point in the 7th round, that's not terrible. So Russ Faulkner, he's on the list. A few A to C. The few specific traits is enough to tell me that it's probably on the lower side. Same with him. The F tells me all I need to know. Then Collier, defensive back. Decently athletic. A lot of uncertains. I'm fine with the C, man. You know what? We did take his safety. Like I said, I'm not factoring that as much, but I'm keeping him on my mind. What was his name again? Collier. Corner. Yeah, I think it's not going to be Collier. It's going to be Faulkner. Let's take another look at Faulkner and then Russell. So yeah, I just very unathletic though, so he's probably going to be hard to develop. A lot more uncertainties, but some decent athleticism. A to C's. My gut's telling me to go with Luke Faulkner, so that's who we're going to go with. Yeah. Not looking like the best pick. Oh well. We're going to resume draft. Now I'm just going to say next user pick, even though we don't have one. And now we are going to take a look at the draft to recap. Now let's take a look at our contracts. Let's see. Harold is 75 overall. Ruiz, who's really a defensive tackle, 72. Love, 74. Okay, so we got a new starter here, and we probably got one with him as well. Well, actually, probably not, but long term, definitely. Fourth round was a bit rough for us, but sort of comparing to Seahawks. Let's see if we made the right overall rating. Let's see if we made the right choice. Garfield, 74 overall. Okay, so it looks like we did. Obviously, it's only one, and it doesn't matter as of this point, but we did draft the one with the higher overall. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with our first 3 picks. That is for certain. Just get some more specific answers on this. 82 speed, 89 acceleration, 84 agility, 77 strength. I mainly want to see the accuracy. Yikes, 41 stiff arm. Don't care about all this. .94 size, nice. Are you really not going to tell me his accuracy? Alright, we're going to have to go back. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Short accuracy, 83, 78, 78. Not great. We're going to have to work on that, but I'm happy with that. But let's take a look at the few of the other guys that we wanted to look at. For the Chargers with Steven Bryant. Whoops. 74 overall. Strong safety was 72, so he wasn't horrible. Now Sullivan with the Commanders. We want to take a look at. Or no, Sullivan did not go to the Commanders. Shoot, where did he go? I'm sorry, I am about to check everything. Okay, first let's go to the Steelers. I'm going to take a look at the center that they got with the kind of a weird name. 71. So yeah, we did take the better offensive lineman. Yeah. Faulkner, the linebacker, 74. Yeah, not bad. All right, I'm sorry, but I have to find Sullivan. This is going to kill me if I don't. Hutchinson, the right tackle. Yikes, 64. So I am really glad that we stayed away from him. Really glad. Irving, who we took a few looks at, ended up being really bad. Glad we didn't. We trusted our instincts and stayed away from him. I will find Sullivan. That's us. Or am I blind and there was never a Sullivan? Could have sworn it was the Commanders, though. I think I might be going dumb. Maybe we took a quick look at. And I'm also just kind of looking at other guys that we were somewhat looking at. Okay, there must have not been a Sullivan. How did I get his name wrong? Yeah, and we're overwriting now as we've already taken a look. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I must be going crazy. I promise I've been drinking water and not alcohol. That being said, we're going to just roster. You said just to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Ruiz, a defensive tackle. And Hurst, the middle linebacker. I may need to actually go to his specific card on a just lineup. Let's see. Oh. Do I just edit him as a middle linebacker? I think I honestly just might. Yeah. Oh, definitely not as. Okay. Now let's go to defensive end. I think it was left end. It was. So yeah, I also don't know. Do I keep him there? I think I do because yeah, Davidson was our guy. Then I just. So yeah, I'm going to keep him there for now because I don't think it makes a difference. Then he would just be my quote-unquote nickel guy. Wonder if him going to middle linebacker made his overall any higher. Nope, did not. Didn't think it would. But that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching me and with my draft process. And I know between the last video with the free agent signings and this video, these last few episodes have been really long. We're going to go back to pretty normal in terms of length-wise, going back to that as it was last season, about 20-minute videos. The next video after this is simming through the preseason. Maybe we do some trades, which I think we will with Desmond Ridder. So stay tuned for all that. And also thank you guys for staying with me. I am pretty exhausted as I record this, so that's why I've been kind of stuttering my words as I just did and act a little slow. So thank you guys for staying with me on that. And with that being said, again, thanks so much for watching this. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. It does me wonders. Please give this a like and tell me if there is prospects that you would have taken over, who I would have taken. I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Until next time, enjoy your guys' weekend or rest of your week whenever this is posted. And thank you guys so much again.